Bridge.
It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Andy Cohen is our first celebrity in the hot seat. When you see what he's about to reveal. Plus, Daphne Oz spices up the Wendy kitchen with a new twist on an old favorite. And are Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries finally divorced? We've got the latest. Now, here's Wendy.
My weekend culminated with the Real Housewives of Atlanta last night. The reunion part 3. Okay, so it's no secret that Kenya has been flirting with Phaedra's husband, Apollo. But in my opinion, Apollo, if you knew how to shut her down the way a man should, you'd have no more problem with Kenya. So, I'm just saying. And last night, during the reunion, part 3, they brought the husbands out, and Apollo dropped a bomb about Kenya and what she's been doing regarding him off camera. Take a look, and then we're gonna continue talking.
I was in LA at the Beverly Wilshire. She was trying to get with me. Yeah, and then I had to check out the Beverly Wilshire and go to the Lux Hotel because she was trying to get with me. Talking about I would do to you what your wife don't do to you.
You are so
Come on, baby.
crazy.
Come on. Really?
If you really want
to go, if you really want to go there,
you're
text.
on the text right here.
Every time you see me, every time you see me, you want to try to get with me.
Right, exactly.
These don't look like.
Exactly.
This is not like sexting.
No sex.
Exactly.
When I got off the stage from Wendy Williams show, what you hit me?
Please.
Oh, you look good, baby. I said thank you.
And that's why I called her a whore.
Somehow our show is always involved in some mess. Okay, Apollo, first of all, if you didn't want her to bother you, then you need to have a backbone when you tell her not to bother. And that goes for any woman who's watching now, too. When a man is hitting on you and it's unwanted, it's very easy to shut anybody down. All you have to do is deliver the message like you really mean it. Anyway, so now that the season's over, I do want to give my report card to each of the women on the Housewives of Atlanta. Okay? Let's start with Nene. Nene, I love you, girl. But I must say, I would like to have seen more of you this season, and I realize that you are so busy with your acting in Hollywood and taking meetings and things like that, and I love you for that. But you're not giving us enough of you in Atlanta. And then when you did show up, you got a few very good reads in when you told Phaedra how she was and all those Snickers and all that stuff. So I love that part. But the part that I'm not really feeling is the whole romantic thing with you and Greg. You know, remember when he was pawing at her on the Chase Lounge when they were away? I was like, you know, and all that stuff. So, Nene, I'm giving you a B-. Yes. Although, my big mouth co-host in the mint green pants sitting in the front row, she said you're supposed to get a C-. Candy, I give you an A for that hair. But for the season overall, Candy, I must say there is something sketchy about that relationship with Todd. That little girl, by the way, that Candy's little girl was playing with, remember I showed you the picture? That's not Todd's daughter, that's a friend from school. There's something about you and Todd that I'm looking at with the squinty eyes. And there's just something about you on the show overall. I'm thinking that you're holding back because you've got Candy coded, that spin-off show, which is very unnecessary. Candy, you get a C. Sorry. Portia, you are everybody's little sister. Young enough to be naive, so we kind of, you know, try to school you. We watched you get bullied by that husband who's now going to be an ex-husband. We watch you say a lot of very stupid airhead things. Portia, overall, I'm going to give you a C with a bullet for this season. And the bullet is because next season, when Portia is single and smarter, the bullet is because I know that she can get a B next marking period. I know she's better than that. Cynthia, my darling Cynthia, you are everything this season. Everything in a beautiful way. Your personality, you're doing the best you can with the personality. But I think that you look terrific. I think that you and your man have really stepped it up being the matriarchs and patriarchs of this show. And I give you a B+ this season, Cynthia. And finally, cuckoo crazy Kenya. Kenya, you gave us everything that we watch reality TV for. And with all that, I must give you a Gone with the Wind fabulous A. Oh, wait, I have one more. Phaedra, you started out to be everything that a lot of young girls want to be, and that is a lawyer, or at least somebody that requires a lot of education. You went from being a smart lawyer who gave an ex-con a chance, which is forgiving. You know what I'm saying? I gave you a plus for that. You've tumbled down into just being ratchet. Phaedra, I wonder if you're the one that Nene was talking about when Andy asked last night, does somebody need to go off the show? Because Phaedra, it needs to be you. I give you an F, or should I say a PH. Please welcome our friend, Andy Cohen.
You look great. You're too thin. How you doing?
You look great also.
Thank you. You look really good. You're too thin, Wendy. You're too thin. She's too thin.
Thank you.
I'm worried about you. Now I'm worried about you.
And now that's how the rumors start.
I'm gonna start something. Everyone's worried about Wendy Williams. She's too thin. Yeah. You are reading and serving up there.
Listen, I'm only saying it like I mean it.
As you always do.
Yes.
As you always do.
And I want to say that the reunion was on fire. At first I didn't think 3 parts of Atlanta were necessary, but they were necessary.
Yes.
It was good. Do you have a favorite moment from
the reunion? I have to say that I spent a lot of time sitting there with Nene just actually laughing out loud at what was going down between Kenya and Portia and Phaedra. And I have to say, I know you gave her a PH. I thought Phaedra did not break a sweat during that whole thing. And she was reading, but she was reading she wasn't breaking a sweat. She was barely even looking in that direction,
Right.
actually.
Well, Phaedra doesn't know how to defend herself. And we've said that many times on Hot Topics, everybody.
Right. I think she does not care for confrontation, yes?
Well, then why does she want to be a lawyer as a little girl? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so Apollo accused Kenya of the suggestive messages.
Yes. I saw your name in one of those texts.
All right.
Seriously, it said you looked great on Wendy.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for not editing that out. So I saw. Do you think that it was appropriate, though, for her to be texting him?
For Kenya to be texting Apollo, I think it depends on the nature of the text.
Yes.
And the nature of their relationship at that moment.
In other words, yes, because it's good for business.
Well,
keep texting.
No,
Portia and Cordell. I have such high hopes for Portia next season.
I was shocked last night on Watch What Happens Live. She said she found out about the divorce from Twitter and from her sister who called her, and she went in the next room where he was and said, is this true? Did you serve me with papers? And he said, yes, and that's how she found out.
I feel sorry for the young lady.
Yeah.
But you know what?
No prenup. I told her to stay in the house.
Yeah.
Stay in the house.
Okay.
How you doing? How you doing?
You know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Was that a secret shout out to Cordell?
Yeah.
Oh. Look. Can we just talk about spin-offs?
Yes.
Okay. While I love
We can talk about whatever you want.
While I love the young lady, please don't give her a spin-off. Cordell's soon-to-be ex. What's her name again? Portia. You know, Portia's single in the because I know a lot of times that, you know, you people...
Here's the deal, we handle with care. We're not just handing out spin-offs. It takes a while. There have been, of 30-something housewives, I think there have been 3 or 4 spin-offs.
Okay.
So...
Let's talk about I Dream of Nene, the spin-off.
Yeah, let's.
Okay. So Nene's getting married.
Best title ever. I Dream of Nene.
That's a good one.
The wedding, yes. Okay. It's a limited series.
Okay. How many is limited?
That's a good question. 6, 8?
6
something
or 8.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. And so we're gonna see she and Greg get married again.
Yeah. The whole lead up. Yes.
Do you know any of the bridesmaids?
I do.
Is Marlo one of them?
Maybe.
You normally don't like to socialize because it's business, and you know, will you be at Nene's wedding?
That's a good question. I have not been invited. I don't know when it is, but if I can go, I would love to. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Adrienne Maloof was a no-show at the Beverly Hills reunion.
She sure was.
Isn't that in the contract that they have to show up?
Yes, it is.
So did she quit or did you fire her?
We did not renew her deal that morning.
That morning. Now, Andy, the Real Housewives of New Jersey returns on June 2nd.
Yes,
and I have
my birthday.
Is
That's
it?
my birthday present to myself. Yes.
I have such high hopes.
Oh, well, they will be matched.
Well,
your high hopes.
Teresa,
it's really good.
Teresa and her sister-in-law, are they friends? What's her name again?
Melissa.
Melissa.
You know what's interesting? The reunion, and you talked about it so much and so eloquently on this show, it was so dark and it was so deep.
Yeah.
And we said, how are we going to go forward with this show? There are clearly such divides. And what happened was a force bigger than these ladies, Mother Nature came in, and the season starts with Hurricane Sandy devastating all of their Jersey Shore houses, and it really kind of resets their frames of mind. It kind of showed them what was important.
Yes, good.
And so it's interesting to see. It's a roller coaster, and it is really interesting to see how that moves forward.
All right, very quickly, Danielle Staub, is she in or not in Jersey?
She's not.
Okay. All right. Well, all right, your book is available in paperback. Is it true that you met some surprising fans on tour?
I did. You know what? I realized I'm a fluffer for straight guys. Basically, what I do is I get the ladies a little drunk at 11 o'clock every night, and then at 11:30 they turn my show off.
There's a drinking game that Andy always plays on his show.
And then they turn to their husbands and they say, how you doing? And then, so I had a lot of pregnant ladies coming to my book signings. I think I'm responsible for a lot of, absolutely.
The drinking game
for
is
a lot
fun.
of babies.
It is going down. It's about to get really hot in here because Andy Cohen is brave enough to sit in our hot seat. You're the first one to play this new little game that we have. We're gonna ask Andy 4 questions. We're gonna start warm and increase the heat with every question. All right, let's get started. Andy?
Yes.
This is your 40-degree question.
Okay.
Boxers or tighty whities?
At this point, I'm a tighty whitey guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's our 60-degree question. After a night of passion, do you kick them to the curb or stay and spoon?
It depends on my mood, but typically, I am one of the legendary spooners in New York City. And I'm the outside of the spoon.
You're the outside of the spoon.
I'm the outside of the spoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, I gave you a little info there.
I was trying to picture that.
How you doing? How you doing?
Okay, here's your 80-degree question.
Okay.
And I'm sure we've all wanted to know this.
Okay.
Andy Cohen, have you ever taken a dip in the lady pond?
Wendy Williams, I am what's known as a pureblood.
Wow! Good for you!
Yes. I always knew which team I was on.
From the beginning.
I was born that way, baby.
I love that. Thank you. Andy Cohen?
Thank you for that applause.
Here's your last question.
Oh,
and
God,
this
I'm
is your
scared. What degree is this?
100 degrees.
Oh, my God. The seat is burning up.
Andy?
Why did I agree to this? I'm the first person in this seat.
You're the first person. Don't worry. We're going to put Susan Sarandon in it later on this week.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Okay, that's an Oscar winner.
Look, Andy.
Yes.
When's the last time you had sex?
How you doing? It was, no, I'm just kidding. 10 days ago.
10 days, okay.
All right.
Thank you, Andy Cohen, for playing our hot seat game. That's it.
Thank you, Wendy Williams.
Andy's book